Good morning, and welcome to the 7th Annual Hearts and Hands Conference. My name is Brenda Robinson, and I'm your virtual MC. You will meet me not only today, but as well on October 28th and November 1st. I am so looking forward to this event. I have been with the Hearts and Hands Conference for all 7 years, and I celebrate coming back every year. So make sure that you come back every day to access new content. The digital Hearts and Hands event is coinciding with 3 in-person conferences taking place in Langley today, Kelowna on Friday, and Victoria on Monday, November 1st. I recognize the huge challenge that healthcare assistants have faced during the pandemic over the past 2.5 years. I want to reinforce that the principles of the Hearts and Hands Conference are in place for you today. Celebrate, educate, and inspire. Please join us and celebrate, educate, and inspire as much as you can in the course of this day. Hearts and Hands has been brought to you by Safe Care BC. We want to thank the Events Organizing Committee for their work in pulling this event together. I am very aware of how much it takes to make an event like this happen. We also want to acknowledge the support of the TD Bank Group, which is again the presenting partner for Hearts and Hands. We are so grateful for their support. We also want you to be aware of the support of our gold level partners, the Hospital Employees Union, Goodman Care Lift Solutions, Discovery Community College, Here BC, Health Match BC, BC Care Aid Registry, and the Community Health Workers Registry. Also, the BC General Employees Union and Switch BC. We could not bring you what we're bringing you without the support of all of these partners. Will you please be sure to check out all of our partners on the sponsor page, which you'll find by clicking on the 3 horizontal lines on the top left of your screen. Speaking of where to find things, the Hearts and Hands app is easy to navigate. You can access it on your mobile device, phone or tablet, or on a desktop computer or your laptop. All of the education sessions and activities can be found by clicking those 3 horizontal lines on the top left of your screen. Don't worry, if you miss a previous day's activities, you can go back anytime. And indeed, you can still go back and participate before November 2nd. Speaking of participating, we encourage you to participate in all of the activities. And to reward you for participating, you will earn hearts or points for each activity in which you participate. You'll see the number of points you have earned in the top right of your screen. And those points will be turned into entries for a chance to win some fabulous prizes at the end of the event. The more entries you have, the better your chance of winning a prize. Check out our prize page, by the way, by clicking on, there they are again, the 3 horizontal lines on the top left of your screen. We have a great lineup of short education sessions and activities to kick off this 7th annual Hearts and Hands Conference. The conference's keynote speaker is Michelle Cederberg. Michelle will share some of the secrets about what she calls the success-ending reset, so that you can regain focus, recharge work and life in our post-pandemic world. I've met Michelle a number of times, and you are in for a treat. Michelle says it's normal for us to feel tired and uninspired, so maybe it is time for a reset. Also today, we have Dr. Julia Somedy who's going to help us find our fun. We can learn how to inject some fun into our workplaces, which will help reconnect with ourselves so we can find joy in our work. Do you know the difference between stress and burnout? We have Michelle Thompson who's going to help us spot the difference so we can be aware of the signs and symptoms. Please be sure that you check out today's sponsor spotlight. This is also an opportunity for you to connect with others in the daily discussion board, which is sponsored by the careforcaregivers.ca website. This is an opportunity for you to network and meet up with some people that you want to talk to. Remember, every time you participate in an activity, you will earn points for those great prizes. Now, if at any point you have questions or concerns, you can email info@safecarebc.ca. Maybe I'll say that again, info@safecarebc.ca. Someone there will be able to help you out, answer your questions, and send you in the right direction. Now, before we send you off to today's activity, I just wanted to leave you with a little thought. You know, I think in this post-pandemic era, people are a little hungry for interpersonal interaction, a little hungry for connecting again, a little hungry for reaching out and touching people. And you know, I think today is an opportunity to do that, but I think every day is an opportunity to do that. I'm just going to challenge your thinking on one little piece. Are you a meter and a greeter? Because I think in today's world, people want that again. They want us to say good morning, hello, it's good to see you, glad you came in. And they want that because that lets them know that we're ready once again to move ahead in that interpersonal, connected way. However, we have to challenge ourselves a little bit because some of our meet and greet habits from pre-pandemic are no longer as effective as they once were. And I'm going to allow you and hope that you will laugh with me or at me, but I have had to change my meet and greet routine, especially with my friends. I have reached the age where indeed, if I say to my friends, "How are you?" which I was so good at saying because I'm very caring and compassionate. And I would see people that I hadn't seen for a while and I would say, "How are you? How are you doing?" And you know, I started to realize that when you ask that question in today's world, you're often inviting negative information. My friends were giving me way too much information about all their problems and challenges and all the things that weren't working for them. And so here's a little message that I want you to think about. When I don't get the answers that I want, maybe I have to change the questions that I ask. And so I am now meeting and greeting in a very new way. When I see my friends, I say, "Oh, it's nice to see you out and about." Okay? Are you getting out more? Are you bowling again? Are you playing pickleball? Because you know, I want to talk to my friends about what they're doing to move ahead rather than listening to what happened to them and is happening to them in the past. I want us to think about how we set the tone for moving ahead positively. And it may even be as simple as your social greetings. I don't think that anybody intends to greet in a problem way. But I think sometimes we don't pay attention to our intention. And my intention is to get people thinking positively, to get them seeing things in a different light, to get them moving along in positive and productive ways. And so you may want to think about that as you meet and greet people. When you're back in your workplace, when you're with your family, when you're out in your community, what can you do to challenge people to think about moving ahead positively? This is not the time for a pity party. We don't want to get together and talk about how awful it's been. And I think that as care providers, and you are the best, that you want to be part of that moving people ahead. So I wanted to get started this morning with a little bit of a challenge for everybody. So if you're not a meter and a greeter, become one. If you are a meter and a greeter, ask yourself if your greeting is positive, if it's proactive, and if it's moving things ahead. And you know, I'm finding that when I change the question, the answer changes too. And then we have really good chats about what we're doing now, how we're looking after ourselves and others, and how we're moving ahead in positive ways. I encourage you to think about that. So thank you so much, and I want you to enjoy today's activities. So much information together. And you know what? I'll see you on Friday. Thank you again. Have a really good day.